Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our weekly Oracle and Tarot card reading. And this is going to be for August 23rd to the 29th. And this is the second time I'm trying to film this weekly reading. My camera cut out as soon as I turned over the first card, but I feel that these are the cards that Spirit wants me to relay the messages for. So we're going to continue with this reading with these cards. And you could use this as a pick a card reading, 1, 2, or 3, or a blended reading with all 3 cards. And the first card that I had originally turned over is Hidden Knowledge, card 52, and it says Akashic Records, Silent Understanding. And this reminds me so much of the High Priestess in Tarot. And this is the Priestess of the Lynx on this card, and she's gazing at the world, with silent understanding. And supernatural eyesight is attributed to the lynx, giving it the ability to see what is secret or hidden. And its tufted ears are a symbol of clairaudience, the ability to hear what isn't being said. And this represents the power that's coming to you at this time. And, if you sit in silence, a deeper understanding will reveal itself. So some of you may want to meditate at this time. I do a daily medication. Meditation is my medication. What a Freudian slip there, huh? I sit in meditation for at least 15 minutes as soon as I get up in the morning because it's a priority to me. I don't want myself to get distracted and not have time for it. So I do it first thing. And if you do that and you sit in meditation, you'll be able to focus and see what people are hiding from you or from what they're hiding from others or even themselves. And you'll also be able to hear and comprehend their secrets. In fact, you might find that people share with you their hidden truths and troubles. Maybe you're the person that everybody comes to with their problems because you're a good listener. And this may be a sign that maybe a new career path for some of you would be a good idea, like working in psychology or social work, or life coaching. This card also indicates, that if you have the understanding and willingness, to help others, this may be a sign for you that it's time to, change your career. And the lynx is also associated with revelation, mysticism, and wisdom from the unseen world. And this means that you have unlimited access to the Akashic Records, the universal source of all information, including every detail of every life that each soul entity has ever lived. In addition to seeing your past lives and future potentials, you have the ability to understand the influence of your present. And, where all your thoughts and words and actions become the causes and future effects. You're now able to bring higher consciousness into your daily life and to receive all the diverse wisdom and inspiration that the Akashic Records offer. So spend some time in silent reflection. If you can't meditate, maybe go for a walk in nature, maybe take a sea salt bath. Relax and receive the information that's hidden from others, and trust your intuitive understanding, for the power of the lynx brings clarity and profound connections to sacred and secret energy all around you. And then if you chose card number 2, or the middle of the week, we have wisdom. And it says learning, joy, art, and music. So how beautiful is that? We have the going into silent meditation, and then we're emerging, with this wisdom. And this is card number 29. And this is the goddess Saraswati, and she's holding a musical instrument. I don't know what you would call that instrument, but she has 2 hands on the instrument, and she's extending her other arms outward in joy. And you can see the other arm here up in the air while her other 2 hands are holding, this instrument. And we have doves down here. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy, And this is a card encouraging to enter, maybe a new period of learning and exploration. So some of you might have been thinking about, taking some online classes, or, branching out and expanding on what you already know, or something brand new. This card is a time of healing wisdom and deepening your wisdom. And, it could be, in the form of, like I said, online classes, or, maybe attending college. Don't dismiss the potential for learning. I mean, every day I try to improve my mind. There's always something new to learn, and I'm always eager to learn new things. And there's a profound gratification that comes from, learning whatever, the subject may be. I mean, I get excited and completely wrapped up when I start studying a new subject. Like, if it's a new book, I just can't put it down. I'm just eager to learn. And it's possible, that your path of study will relate to some form of art or music. And, maybe if you're not interested in art or music, maybe there's some other creative endeavor that you wanted to try. And this would be the time, to begin that. Take a class or, surround yourself with music and art, whatever brings you joy. It's going to be different for all of us. And, the swans on the bottom of the card here, they represent the connection between the mind and heart. And as you open your mind to greater understanding and to joyous new experiences, your heart glows with inner satisfaction. In addition, your life force will sing and be graceful and beautiful and positive, and you're going to attract those things into your life, because when we are in a high vibration and we're thinking positively, those are the things that are going to come into our life. But if we're thinking negatively, those are the things we're going to attract. And then the last card, card 3, or the end of the week, is Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. And this is card 53. And she has these beautiful wings, and her arms are up in the air. And it's such a peaceful, peaceful energy with this card, too. And, this princess is telling you, or priestess, this priestess is telling you that, there's some kind of victory coming your way. Her arms are raised up in the air, and that's the sign of a new beginning that's arriving. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, I think of that. In fact, you're about to take flight, just like the phoenix that rose above the ashes, from some old unwanted situation that you might have been in. And, this fire, these ashes that you're rising from may have, been different things that have affected you. And believe me, we're all going through something, myself included. And this rising up from the ashes, may mean something better for, your work or finances, maybe for relationship, maybe for, health issues. It might have seemed like, an intolerable dry spell, and that was going on and on and on, and you kept waiting for a change and waiting for resolution. And this card is telling you that, if you've experienced some kind of, loss or anxiety or deep grief, there might have even been times when you felt the difficulties, were consuming you, that you were just being so dragged down with them. This card's telling you that these times are coming to an end, and a newfound sense of freedom is going to arise. But, you got to believe when you find yourself, living in the dark night of the soul, remember the presence and truth of your spirit. I mean, your soul's resonant frequency vibrates with divine light that no darkness can diminish. Like they say, you can't dim the light that shines from within, right? It's only when you obsess about your problems, that you find yourself surrounded by loss and lack and limitation. So you have to let this false view go. Solutions are going to arise when you open up to your internal truth and perspective. So if you're still trying to overcome a difficult situation, or if something has caused you self-doubt or loss of courage, pause and meditate, and, focus on it. And, bring your own unerring and unending light to it. For it's the divine frequency, your own soul's radiance, that will lift you above, just like this phoenix rising from the ashes, and it'll lift you above your old limitations and, make you feel free and light. What an interesting week. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like it by giving it a thumbs up, share it, and above all, subscribe, because I will be back with more.